How you doing? How you doing? It's Chris the Method Man, and today I'm blessed to have a special guest. I grew up watching him as a little kid, man. Big fan. Southern great Bryant Lee, man. It's a blessing. It's an honor. Thank you for coming on, man.
Man, appreciate you, man. Thanks for having me, man. Let's have some fun.
Yeah. So, man, usually on my shows I like to break bread, right? So it's a start bench cut game. All right. HBCU Player Edition. All right. We have you, Steve McNair. We have the young buck, Shador Sanders. So who would you start, bench, and cut? You have to explain why.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna start myself.
Okay, okay, okay.
I have to let uh Mr. McNair, rest in peace, come off the bench,
Mm-hmm.
and we gotta cut Shador.
Oh, bro. Oh, not the kid, bro. Not the kid. Not the kid, bro.
Hey, but I do love how he playing though,
Yeah.
and I'll break it down for you. I'm a bet against myself all the time.
Okay. Ain't nothing
Uh,
wrong with that, bro. Ain't
yep,
nothing
yep.
wrong with that.
Uh, and I'm a bench uh the Air McNair
Yeah.
because man, I don't know, he's a legend, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And what a lot of people don't know is man, so going into my senior year in 2009, um I kind of had somewhat of a relationship with him prior to that.
Oh
And
wow.
I was supposed to actually go to one of his ranches that he had and train with him for a week.
Wow.
Yeah, but didn't get that opportunity.
Yeah.
It was always in the talks
Mm-hmm.
uh, through some Alcorn fans who
Mm-hmm.
could set me up with meeting him and you know uh, you know kind of fellowshipping with him and
Yeah.
training him and everything in the off season.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, on a, unfortunately, things happened and
Yeah.
I wasn't able to, get that opportunity. But he was definitely one of the guys that I would always look up to, uh, coming up in the game. Even guys like Randall Cunningham.
Yeah. Randall
Yeah,
was Randall
them,
was the
them-
dog, boy.
yeah, definitely, man, definitely. Yep. And I gotta cut your door because man, it's Jay Stay week.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
most
Jay
deaf,
Stay
bro.
week.
Most deaf. I can see it, bro. I can
Yeah,
see
but
it.
look, I love how he playing though, man. He ahead of the game. He's ahead of his time, and
Yeah.
man, it's kind of easy to Uh, I'm sure that they're somewhat running some of his high school plays that worked
Yeah.
for him. You know,
Yeah.
so he just kind of rolled into that role. Not
Mm-hmm.
saying that he's not you know a great
Tremendous
quarterback.
athlete. Yeah.
Yeah, so he kind of just rolled into that position, and man, it's with anything, man. If you got the heads up on learning formations, plays, the terminology, all you got to do is be able to throw the ball a little bit to get that opportunity. So, I like his style though. I
Yeah.
like his style.
I feel like it's kind of like an old school style. It's not too flashy. It's not like Lamar Jackson. It's just like kind of like Tom Brady, like just
Yeah,
standing in the pocket and
right.
just letting everybody just go.
Yep,
Really.
yep. And he
Yeah.
got some good playmakers around him too.
Even on defense too.
Yeah,
Aubrey Miller.
yeah, yep, yep.
Good, bro. So,
Jags by
bro, yeah, man. So, man, going back to 2009, 2008, it was kind of a down year at Southern. You know, I'm not, it was a bad year, man. The coach got fired, everything else happened, man. Do you
Mhm.
wish that you can go back to that time and redo that year and have a winning season?
Uh, man, honestly, man, we went through a lot of trials and tribulations. We had hurricanes, And what a lot of people don't know is they expect you to just go out there and put on a show, but man, everybody need practice.
Yeah.
And the lack of practice that we had, I think, hurt us.
Yeah.
um Man, it was rough times, man, rough times. But if I could go back now with the knowledge that I have now, it'll definitely be a big difference.
Yeah.
Definitely be a big difference, man. It was some games, man, where we would go and play. I remember one week we drove from Baton Rouge all the way to Nashville to play against Tennessee State.
Oh wow.
Man, we hadn't practiced nothing but one time,
Yeah.
that whole week.
Yeah.
And I think we ended up beating them that year.
Mhm.
But if we didn't, it was
It
a
was
close.
close.
But the
Yeah.
lack of practice hurt us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Man. So man, you were coached by Coach Pete Richardson, you know. So man, how did he impact your life as a man and as a person, as a player? Like what does coach mean to you?
Man, he means a lot. And man, I tell a lot of people that, man, Coach Rich, saved my life.
Mm,
He saved a lot of people's lives. He with just the opportunity
mm,
that he gave us. Coach Rich was always a guy, still to this day, who's he's go he's go talk to you straightforward,
mm.
and it's his way or no way.
Highway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
um but uh he's always, you know you never see him down and mad about anything, unless you do something crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
uh but man, he's a father figure. And
Mm-hmm.
you know what he taught me? He taught me discipline.
Hmm.
um Being on time to certain things. And I didn't understand it back then as a young player, but now I understand why he made it mandatory to be at this place or that place at a certain time.
Mm-hmm.
uh because now when you relate that to your everyday life, whether it's work related or just anything, you don't want to show up late for a date.
No, bro, you don't.
But
You don't, bro.
man, let me be on time.
Yeah, bro, you got to be, man. You can't just
Yeah,
be late. No.
right, right.
Yeah, she
And
might leave. Yeah.
and even at like work, you don't want to be late to work.
Mm-hmm.
So those things he instilled in us, uh, as Southern. And you know, like I said, at the time, I didn't think, why he was teaching us that. It was
Mm-hmm.
all, I thought it was back, man. You better be on time, man, for study hall, man.
Yeah.
You let coach see you, boy, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
So we used to always want to make it, to those things, on to those places in time. And it also taught us leadership too.
Mm.
Even as a leader, uh, I follow behind guys like Gerard Landry, G Money. And
Mm-hmm.
those guys probably weren't as vocal leaders, uh as you would think, but they did. You followed them because they they did it, you know
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
I
We
used
went
to
through
think
it. Yeah.
that, yeah, that's what's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, I walk into a meeting right on time, but I see G Money sitting down there already.
Damn.
I'm like, man, that's what I need to be doing to be a leader.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So uh man, Coach Rich, still to this day, man, you know he he's gonna talk trash to you a little bit. I played quarterback. He was a
Yeah.
he was a DB. So we got that little trash talking battle that we get all the time. But when I see him, so it's always fun and it's always good to see Coach Rich.
That's good, man. Shout out to Coach Rich. Shout out to Coach Rich.
Yeah.
So, man, going back to your freshman year, 2005, right?
Uh-huh.
You think you're gonna play, but Coach redshirts you. So, what were your thoughts about that, man? What was going through your head, and did it humble you in a way?
It definitely humbled me. I had just finished playing, for a school that I had started at, a high school that I had started at for 2 years.
Yeah.
Um, and man, when I got to Southern, man, I was like the seventh quarterback on the roster.
Hey,
Yeah, yeah,
I didn't even know they had 7 quarterbacks. I
man.
really,
I was behind walk-ons and everything.
yeah.
Um, and I got to camp late and everything. But so those guys kind of had a
Step up,
well,
leg up.
I got there on time. I got to camp on time, but they had other guys that had got there the summer before camp, so they kind of had a little up on me or whatever.
Yeah.
So um, they had some quarterbacks that played their freshman year, and I'm sitting on the bench, and they saying, "Man, B, it's gonna be a long 4 years for you." But man, it actually motivated me though.
Mm.
And man, it's a funny story. So uh we were playing against um Bethune Cookman.
Goodman? Yeah.
Yeah. And we went to Jacksonville, right? So this was one of the only times I got to travel.
Dang.
But they had a linebacker that played for Bethune Cookman who had just transferred from Florida,
Mm-hmm.
University of Florida. I'm talking
Oh,
about a
dang.
grown man. He played the whole game with a grill in his mouth and a toothpick.
Now you know he's from Florida. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. And then the dreads come out too, bro.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
look, man, he had knocked out like two or three of our quarterbacks. He knocked out
Dang.
a receiver. And it's funny. It's funny now that Coach Dooley is the head coach because he was my receiver coach at Southern.
Dang.
Well, well, they saying, man, we need another quarterback. We need another quarterback. And I'm, a true freshman. I'm
Yeah.
way down the line. One of the coaches looked at me and was like, "Start warming up."
Dang.
I'm like, "Warming up, man? You doing these all the other quarterbacks?"
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, "Man, y'all want me to go out there and do that? Get killed?" So look, I remember Coach Dooley turning to me and saying, "Get behind the bench. Don't sit on the bench. Get behind the bench, because we not about to blow your red shirt for one plate."
Dang. Dang.
But man, so I did make it through that '05 year,
Mm-hmm.
uh, red shirted. But I seen, some of the ups that we were getting, some of like just the fans and the band playing. I'm like, man, it triggered to me that, man, I want to be that guy one day. So whatever it takes for me to get better and start as soon as possible, I need to do it starting now. So like and I thought about that like mid season. I'm like, man, I'm going to the gym more. I'm going to hit the weight room more. I'm gonna, pull some side time with the OC or the quarterback coach just so I can learn what to do and everything. Um and you know, I just it was like, man, it's time to take over. Once this season over with, it's time to ball out.
Dang.
It's no more red shirting. No more red
Dang.
shirting. So uh that'll bring me into 2006, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's where you started. Yeah.
Yeah, so I started maybe one or two games in
Okay.
2006, but I started playing a lot though in
Yeah.
2006. And it's funny because they thought that I was like this big time athlete or whatever, right? And
Mhm.
I'm just a little quarterback, you know.
Yeah, yeah, you're about like 180, like
Yeah, if
yeah,
that, if
yeah,
that,
yeah,
but
yeah.
but look, that off season though, I had put on like 15, close to 20 pounds in the off season. Yeah, because I was lifting weights twice a day. Man, I'm
Mhm.
stuffing myself eating. Because that's what the strength and conditioning coach was telling me to do. So I'm
Yeah,
like, man, look, I don't know nothing about this. I'm
yeah.
about to do whatever it takes to
Get on that field.
get on the field, right?
Yeah.
So man, I so they used me a lot for in 2006. They used me a lot for just running the ball.
Hmm.
But like any smart OC in DC would think, man, every time he in the game, let's load up the box, and we know he go run the ball. He they running quarterback. So they kind of forced me into the defenses started forcing me into
Throwing.
throwing the ball. Yeah, so I was kind of like the wildcat quarterback, but a true
Oh,
quarterback at the time. that's
oh,
what they,
so
that's what they was using me for. And I never forget my first carry was a touchdown.
yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that too. That
yeah,
was
my first carry, and man, I was so scared.
you was scared, but why?
Man, I'm like, man, I think it might have been against Alabama State, if I'm not mistaken.
Uh,
And I don't know if it was homecoming or not, but man, they had some big old boys on their team. And I'm like, man, look, it's either I run it as fast as I can and not get it, or I lollygag and
get
get
hit. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
bro.
yep,
Man, so you were like a back in the day, you were like a Taysom Hill kind of. I mean, earlier on in your career.
yeah.
Okay.
So, but well, I wouldn't even say Taysom Hill. I would,
Hmm.
you know what? Nah, I was more like I studied Vince Young.
Okay.
I studied Randall Cunningham and Vince Young, right?
Hmm.
So I kind of tried to pattern my game after them too.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I didn't line up at different positions like Taysom Hill or anything like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was just man, I thought I was Vince Young. I even started wearing one glove like
Hey,
him.
I remember that. I remember that, bro. Man, man, like I had this. Let me guess. See, I played the old NCAA 14, bro, and every time I go to the South Alabama Jaguars, I create you, right?
Yeah,
I got the helmet with the two holes in it. I got the wristband, two wristbands, the one glove, the the short socks. I got
yeah.
everything, bro. I watched everything that you did, bro, as a child, man.
That's what's up, man. That's
Man,
what's up, man.
and just interviewing you right now, bro, it's a blessing, man. It's amazing. It's a dream come true, bro.
Man,
I'm not gonna lie.
man, that's love, man.
Yeah. So man, who was your favorite music artist growing up?
Music artist?
Music artist, like the music that I guess you had on during the game, pre-game. Like, what was that type of music, etc.?
Man, I'm a huge Lil Wayne fan.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
huge,
Wheezy.
huge, yeah, huge Weezy fan.
Yeah.
Uh, and being in Baton Rouge, and so look, I'm a huge. My favorite three musicians are Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, and Tupac, right?
Okay.
But man, being in Baton Rouge,
Mhm.
uh, man, it was Boosie, Webby, and
Yeah.
Fox, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
So yeah, so I would definitely have them, playing before the game. And man, Young Jeezy was big back then too for me. Uh
Mm-hmm.
man, he used to have this song called Showtime.
Joking.
So I used to play that and like get in my zone.
Dang. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the type of person like if I did play football. or I was after anything, I probably played like some um some Teddy Pendergrass. I'm just that type of person.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man. I like the old school too, though, man. My dad,
yeah,
he's a little older, so he
hmm
kind of instilled that old school
new
music.
school. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, man.
That'll be. So I'll play a lot of old school like Frankie Beverly and Mays, just
Yeah,
that chill, relaxing music after the game.
dang. Huh.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yep.
Wow, it's awesome, bro.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So, man, what was the greatest moment at Southern? It could be football related or just school related as well.
The greatest moment. Man. Man, I think there's no particular moment other than graduating, of course, but
Yeah,
uh I would just say just the whole vibe and energy I got from teammates, fans, man, every game was, on another level as far as the support that, the fans gave, and the band,
yeah,
uh man, it's just a different feeling, man. It's like, man, all of these people came here to see us, like,
hmm
and playing, not only because they good, but they playing because they at a football game. The
yeah,
fans come to watch, the band too, but they also here cheering every time you score a touchdown. It's like, uh it's just a feeling, man. Even when I go to the games now, and I'm like, man, do you hear how loud that band playing? Like, I want
yeah,
to get out there and score another touchdown just so
yeah.
the band can play my song.
hmm
But it's kind of hard to pinpoint like that biggest moment.
Yeah,
It's, man, that feeling, that vibe that you get uh throughout the whole career that I had was second to none. I wouldn't
yeah.
trade it for nothing.
hmm Wow, it's awesome. So, if you can go back to the past, take a time machine, all right? What would you say to your younger self, 18-year-old Bryant? What advice would you give him?
Um, what advice would I give him? Uh, man, that's a good one. That's a good
Yeah,
one. That's a good one.
yeah, bro.
Oh man, slow down on the partying,
Mm,
because you can party. You can go to better parties in the future.
yeah,
So take advantage of the opportunities that I have.
mhm,
Uh, whether it was training for football, whether it was working on getting better grades.
yeah.
uh I would definitely hold out on the party, and I wasn't even the party guy. Like,
Me either, bro.
yeah, I wasn't even that guy that's like in the middle of the dance floor dancing and jigging and all of that stuff there.
Right.
It's like I'm laid back, but I want to go to the party though.
Yeah.
But man, I would find a chair and sit down,
yeah.
in the club or whatever. But I
Yeah.
had to be there though. I had
hmm
I had to be known that I went to that party too or whatever. So I would definitely party less and
hmm
like really focus and key in on, you know, like training and school and stuff like that. Definitely.
Yeah. Dang, bro. So, I was reading your bio, man, and you had a couple opportunities with the NFL, but they didn't work out. So you went to arena football. So
Yep.
do you feel like in that moment, man, that you were overlooked, or do you think you're right where you need to be to reach to the NFL, or have an opportunity to go to the CFL?
Man, so I did go to a few workouts with NFL teams, a few of them. I think the biggest knock on me at that time in that era was that I may have been ahead of the game pretty much.
Yeah.
Short quarterbacks. I mean, I'm not short. I'm 6'1" and a half, 6'2". So,
Yeah.
you know, they didn't think that was tall enough.
Dang.
Yeah. The sidearm throwing that I used to do, that was just my style of throwing.
Yeah.
Uh and now you got guys, and I say
Patrick
ahead of my
Mahomes.
time, you got guys like Patrick Mahomes. Now I'm not comparing myself to Patrick
I know, no, bro.
or Lamar Jackson or any of them guys that's playing now, but like the style of throwing that they did that they're doing now,
Yeah.
I did back then. The sidearm throwing, the being mobile
Yeah.
in the pocket and things like that. I like I said, I was just ahead of the time.
Yeah.
Uh and it's no knock on the NFL.
Mhm.
Man, a lot of my friends that we talk sports and stuff with, um if you think about, guys like Michael Vick, right?
Mhm.
The NFL at times forced Michael Vick to play the style of football the traditional quarterback would play,
Yeah.
style that he would play, under center and then dropping back 5-step drop, 3-step drop, 7-step drop. But that wasn't Vic.
Oh.
Just imagine Vic playing in the style of offense that Patrick Mahomes is in now, or Lamar Jackson. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Now,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not comparing myself to Michael Vick neither, but
Yeah.
they pretty much forced him to be under the center quarterback, where that wasn't him. You get him out in the space, and he didn't have too many design quarterback runs because they looked upon that.
Yeah.
all of all of his big plays came from him dropping back and then saying, you know what, ain't nobody open, I'm gone.
Yeah. Yeah, man. He did have that. And just talk about also the no fun rule. The NFL got some backlash with that.
Uh-huh.
Like there was no celebrations, no quarterbacks runs. It was kind of like the 1950s in like 2010. So it's
Right.
like it's crazy, man. Like just how much of a peak that it kind of just reached, you know.
Yep. Yep.
So yeah, man. Well, bro, man, I thank you for coming on, man. I'm gonna do another interview with you, man. This was a blessing, it was an honor, man. So,
Man,
just,
anytime, man. Anytime, man. I appreciate you, man.
man, bro. Any accolade that you have, man, you can come on the show and we can break some bread, man. So, have a good night. Um, Stay blessed, man. So,
Saying to you, man. Appreciate it, man. Nice meeting you. Man, anytime you want me on, man, we can talk whatever topic you want to talk.
I got you, bro. All right. Well, have
All
a
right.
good one, bro.
All right, you too. Now I appreciate it.
All right, man.
All right.
That was Southern great Bryant Lee, man. Bro, I grew up watching this man just play. And that was a blessing just to have him on the show. All right, knuckleheads, y'all subscribe to the channel, Chris the Method Man. I thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all stay blessed. Good night. And yeah, peace.